Hello and welcome to Select 10. Netflix had an incredible year in 2023 thanks to an array of fascinating and binge-worthy series that attracted viewers worldwide. Netflix has maintained its grip in the world of streaming with a variety of shows spanning gripping dramas, exciting action, and fantasy adventures. Today, we will rank the top 10 most watched Netflix series of 2023, highlighting the broad range of content that charmed audiences all year long. Now let's start the video. Number 10. Manifest Season 4. One of the most popular shows among fans became one of the most watched shows in 2023. The fans' love, which saved the show from cancellation, has finally paid off. They got to see the conclusion of the story, while the final season of the show has received 262,600,000 hours of viewing time in its initial 6 months. If you haven't watched the show yet, take a look at this short overview of its main story and decide whether or not you want to devote your time to its 4 intriguing seasons. The show tells the tale of the passengers aboard Montego Airline Flight 828 who have a stormy journey only find out once it lands that a period of 5 years has passed. Following this bizarre occurrence, the travelers try to blend into the community, but when odd events and unexplained visions start to show up, they start to doubt the reality of what they've witnessed and the supernatural forces at work. As the passengers deal with the fallout from their mysterious adventure, audiences are kept on the edge of their seats as the drama explores concepts of time, fate, and the unknown. The show mystery is fantastic and will maintain your attention with its mind-bending mystery and supernatural touch. Number 9. Viewer. It is an action comedy series starring Arnold Schwarzenegger. Since this was Arnold's debut television series, records were expected. The narrative centers on the CIA agent, Luke Brunner, who spent time keeping his risky lifestyle a secret from his loved ones, including his daughter. He is unaware, though, that Emma, his daughter, is a CIA agent as well. Before long, their private lives unexpectedly collide, revealing a rift in their bond, while things become even wilder when their bosses make them collaborate on risky assignments, with Luke growing more and more possessive of Emma. The show marks Schwarzenegger's triumphant comeback to comedy and action, and he still has the same charisma that audiences have come to expect from him on screen. Despite having uneven writing, the show is unquestionably enjoyable, and it has a staggering 266,200,000 hours of watch time, ranking it among the most watched shows of 2023. Furthermore, this is just the start of the show, a second season has already been ordered. Number 8. Outer Banks Season 3. This show truly deserves more attention. If you appreciate adventure stories and treasure hunting, you really should watch it. The central plot involves John B. and his close companions, who reside on North Carolina's Outer Banks. The plot centers on their search for the real reason behind John's father's strange disappearance, which sets them out on an excavation mission in search of gold, where they get caught up in an intricate tale of love, high-stakes adventure, and mysteries, as officials and enemies who are also after the treasure follow them. Every season offers a fresh journey and new riddles to solve, never failing to keep viewers entertained. The third season of the show has an exciting storyline, but it lacks a bit of excitement. But it has crossed a colossal 402,500,000 hours of viewing time, which indicates most of the audience liked it. And it has been revived for a 4th season. In general, the first 3 seasons include aspects of romance, adventure, and action, as protagonists solve the secrets of the Outer Banks and deal with the difficulties of youth. Number 7. La Reina del Sur. It is a crime-action series based on a book of the same name by Arturo Pérez Reverte. Just so you know, it has a format more akin to a soap opera with a whopping 183 episodes, 60 of which are in each season. Thus, if you truly enjoy this genre, start with this show. The primary focus of the 3-season drama is on Teresa Mendoza, a young woman who is pushed into exile in Spain and eventually rises to prominence as a narcotics trafficker. Teresa works her way up the drug trade's levels through the course of the series, encountering various obstacles and risks in her path. The show delves into themes of authority, affection, treachery, and the complex workings of the world of crime, providing an engrossing and compelling depiction of Teresa's quest for the title, La Reina del Sur, or, say, the Queen of the South. The show is so engaging and fascinating that, once you get invested in the tale, you won't care how many episodes it has, even with its enormous runtime. In the short months since its release, the 3rd season has received 429,600,000 hours of viewership, which clearly shows that the telenovela format is becoming more popular, and we may see more of these shows in the future. Number 6. You, Season 4. This is one of my favorite Netflix show of all time. The way this series creates a gripping story is excellent. You will become a fan of the series only by watching one episode, simply because of how smart the writing is. Its psychological thriller storyline follows Joe Goldberg, a supervisor of a bookshop, who develops hazardous attachments with a woman. To put it simply, he goes to great lengths to keep the lady he loves safe. In season 4, Joe travels to London, assuming an assumed identity, and befriends a group of rich elites before they all abruptly start dying one by one. Following this, Joe quickly learns that he is being dragged into these killings and uses his knowledge and skills to identify the murderer while preserving his private life. Personally, I thought season 4 was just as good as season 1, so it should come as no surprise that it has a phenomenal 440,600,000 hours of watching time. With an addictive central mystery that will keep you guessing, season 4's high-stakes storyline ups the level and generates mind-blowing suspense. The 5th and final season is renewed and will mark the tragic but necessary conclusion of Joe's deadly adventure. Number 5. One Piece. The most talked about and popular show in 2023, and the first season of the show shattered multiple viewership records and spent over 10 weeks continuously in the top 10 worldwide rankings. The show is centered on One Piece, an immensely successful Japanese manga book created by Eiichiro Oda. The main character is Monkey D. Luffy, a youthful, daring pirate with the power to expand his entire body like elastic. The show follows Luffy, a Straw Hat pirate who sets out on a big voyage over dangerous seas in pursuit of the fabled One Piece, a legendary treasure. The first season follows Luffy as he gets his ship, meets new crew members, faces treachery, and goes on a thrilling journey. The animated show contains over 1,000 episodes, thus, what you will see in the Netflix series is a plot of roughly 50 animated show episodes, but they executed it so well that you will still appreciate it, even if you haven't seen the animated series. Based on data through November, the first season has been viewed for over 475 million hours, which is simply phenomenal. Number 4. Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story. It is a spin-off of the hit Netflix series Bridgerton, with a focus on Queen Charlotte. The narrative is told in two time frames. One takes place in the present day of Bridgerton and starts in 1817 with the passing of Princess Charlotte, the monarch's successor, which prompts the queen to put demands on her children to get married and have more royal heirs. The second timeline revolves around Charlotte's meetings and wedding to King George in 1761, while it explores the king and queen's marriage as well as King George's problems with mental health. The show effectively capitalized on the enormous popularity of the first Bridgerton series and created a seductive, attractive, and exclusive spin-off story that stands alone. With a staggering 526,800,000 hours of viewing time, the show was an immediate success, serving as a connection between seasons of the primary show. Special mention. Wednesday is now one of the few privileged shows that is consistently ranked among the top 10 most watched shows of the year for 2 years straight. Its debut season has received an astounding 507 million hours of viewing time in the year 2023. Imagine the milestones it will set after its second season premieres in 2025. Number 3. The Glory. While numerous series explore the mighty concept of vengeance and the dangers that go along with it, not one series understands all aspects of vengeance like The Glory. With an astonishing record-breaking 622,800,000 hours of view time, the series has intensely intense and psychologically engrossing drama that gives a great deal of intrigue and suspense. The protagonist of the tale is Moon Dong-yoon, a previous victim of bullying at school who hatches a risky plan to exact payback on her tormentors. Upon accepting a position as the home class instructor at the primary school, where the child of her previous attacker attends, she embarks on a risky plan to exact the sweet revenge. Put this on your watch list, you won't regret it. Number 2. Ginny and Georgia Season 2. The most entertaining and dramatic series for teens, with a strong emphasis on humor and significance. In the second season, Ginny lives with the terrible truth that she wasn't meant to find out about her mother, Georgia. What's even more bizarre is that it turns out to be just the start of many more undiscovered mysteries, as Georgia's background always makes a comeback. Season 2 has more humor and memorable character interactions, as well as surprising and profound turns of events. The series became one of Netflix's biggest successes, with its first season crossing 302 million hours of watch time in 2023, and its second season breaking the service's charts with an incredible 665,100,000 hours of watching. For those who are unfamiliar with the show, it tells the tale of Georgia, a 30-year-old mother, and Ginny, her teenage daughter, as they relocate to a new location and confront Georgia's murky past which presents difficulties and puts their family in jeopardy. The show offers a gripping depiction of relationships between families and human growth by fusing comedy, drama, and adulthood themes. Number 1. The Night Agent. The dark horse of 2023, which emerged from nowhere, took top place as the most watched Netflix show of the year and the 6th most watched Netflix series of all time. The show centers on federal analyst Peter Sutherland as he becomes embroiled in a massive plot involving a corrupt official at the top levels of the government. To keep the country from falling into utter disorder and collapse, Peter embarks on a perilous hunt for the traitor, all while safeguarding ex-entrepreneur Rose Larkin from the individuals who killed her relatives. The show will make you think of the Jack Ryan series and the Bourne movies, but what really makes it so successful is how masterfully its basic yet compelling plot is told. The show's taking on genre cliches has been praised, leading it to rule the rankings in 2023, with 812,100,000 hours of record viewership in its first 6 months. The show exceeded every expectation and turned into an actual sensation, establishing itself as an emerging Netflix classic. That's it for today. Thank you for watching this video. And do subscribe our channel to see more videos related to movies and series suggestions.